Welcome back to this week's episode of EVTV. I'm Abby.
I'm Mirate. We have all complained about the lunchtime.
But what are the actual logistics behind lunch?
Let's take a look.
Throughout the last few years, Eagle Valley High School's bell schedule and lunchtimes have varied greatly. There has been recent debate on future change of the lunchtimes. We asked a few students for their opinions on the matter.
I'm Jaden Gonzalez, and I'm a junior this year, class 2024. I do think that the amount of time that we have during lunch is good. I do have enough time to be able to do all the things I want to do during lunch.
I'm Olivia Osborne, and I'm class of 2026. Hard to wait in that line for 10 minutes and then sit down and have a few minutes to eat and hang out and talk with your friends. For me, I always make it on time, but I know other people sometimes don't.
First thing I do during lunch is I go to my car and I'll eat a sandwich or a granola bar.
Normally, for lunch, I either hang out in the cafeteria with my friends or we walk over to Come and Go.
We turned to Vice Principal Mr. Bartlett for information about the bell schedule to see why lunch is as long as it is.
I believe that Mr. Doan created our current bell schedule. I do think that there are talks with the district, and it's a collaborative effort based on several factors. One being student seat time, teacher contract time, and then our transportation schedule. I think that Mr. Doan put a lot of thought into how our schedule is currently because we have a lot of offerings. I think that lunch is long enough for students because we do have food on campus available to them for a very reasonable price. I think that regardless of how long lunch is, 9th and 10th graders are going to be late because they think that they have a certain amount of time.
I think it enables some of the kids to be able to go out more, and they might lose track of time while they're off campus, which makes them late for class. So
Campus affects freshmen and sophomore a lot because they haven't had that freedom before, and so they're not used to being able to go off campus, so they take advantage of that freedom.
I think that lower classmen should definitely be able to just stay on campus, and then upperclassmen can be able to drive around so then they can get back on time.
This has been Abby, Brooke, and Iratse from Eagle Valley Student Media.
The art showcase gives our community the chance to look at the art in our school.
Let's take a look at some of the artisan pieces on display.
Last week, EVHS hosted its annual art showcase, where many pieces were on display from our community.
The art showcase is an opportunity for students to show off all of the work that they've been creating throughout the year.
We've got anything from traditional arts, to the drawing and painting, to the digital arts, from digital design to photography, to jewelry, to airbrush.
The inspiration for these pieces often drew from unexpected angles.
When I'm looking at the dog watercolor picture, is that a lot of just emotion came into that with my own pet being in that incorporation of it, because I love my dog and I enjoy art, so it's always very fun to kind of do stuff like this.
We did a Alice in Wonderland theme painting earlier this year. It was really cool. I did the Cheshire Cat. It was very fun.
Many of the pieces on display also used a variety of different techniques and styles.
With watercolor, you can definitely get more depth in the image of starting out with a very light layer and then going darker and darker and adding more color. I think that's really cool. But for me, I typically use a lot more pencil, and I still use that technique of going from light to dark, but I enjoy pencil.
It's a little scary sometimes, especially with art forms that are a little more non-traditional and things that you don't know if people will like. But if you don't put yourself out there, you'll never know what people don't like or what people do like.
Their art is still on display at EVHS, but some of their pieces are also in the community.
Artists right now have a gallery showing at the Vail Valley Arts Guild in Eagle. Their work is up starting today through May 30th.
From Eagle Valley Student Media, this has been Alan, Justin, and Jordan.
Every year we showcase some stories from our Intro to Journalism classes.
And this one's about graduating early.
I feel that success in life, regardless of what path you choose, a lot of it is based on a concept of being a lifelong learner.
For some, being a lifelong learner means graduating early, but it's not easy. There are a lot of requirements that go along with it.
So you need to have all your credits done, which is I think 23 or like 24 or something like that. And I'm going to have to do 8 credits in the next year, so I'm going to have to do a class over the summer, which is going to be English 3, and then I'm going to take English 4, and I'm going to take AP Gov as well, so I can get my government credit, and then I should be good.
I think the workload is challenging, and I think a lot of that comes down to the reason why you've decided to graduate early. And if you have kind of like a purpose for it, you understand like what you're planning to do at that time, it gives you a reason to get the work done, to kind of endure that challenging workload.
Anna has also found that with graduating early comes sacrifices.
So I play soccer, and I won't be able to play soccer for my senior year, and I don't get any off periods as a high schooler ever, but I get a whole off year, so it's okay.
There are many differing opinions on graduating early. Motivation for graduating early can differ from student to student.
If you know you're working towards something you care about, it doesn't seem like burnout. Purpose is what allows us to keep going when things are tough. I think if you're just trying to get out of this place because you feel like you're done with education, I think that's kind of a wrong reason to want to graduate early.
Mr. Wheeler has some advice for students that want to graduate early.
I think you have a conversation with those people that are your mentors and your drivers and your supporters and your family that love you, and have a conversation about like, what do you want to accomplish, and like, what kind of things do you care about in life, and why are you doing this? Once you get started with life happens very quickly, and it's hard to get back on track. So just plan things out and just really think about the choices that you make, because your choices matter and they have a very definitive impact in your life. This is a unique place, and this is a unique opportunity, and that you don't always realize it while you're here, but you have a group of people that choose to come to work every day with the dedicated goal of helping you be a better version of yourself.
For Eagle Valley Student Media, this has been Ingrid
and Sarah.
Eagle Valley does not provide a boys volleyball team.
Luckily for them, Vail Christian has recruited different students from all over the valley.
Let's take a look.
Students from all around the valley have come together to play boys volleyball.
Being on a team that's not part of this school is very different because it's a new experience, just a very new atmosphere and just new people to meet, making new friends, new teammates.
I don't know, it's a nice blend. People I wouldn't usually get to meet, getting to meet them, talk to them about their school, and just kind of blending it all together. I think as a valley, we're all kind of similar people coming together, seeing that much.
Some things I've learned from playing volleyball would be how to play more as a team, less of individual, and more of how to work with my teammate.
The players talk about some of their successes and struggles this season.
My most memorable moment was probably last night with Juan, when he probably hit the best ace I've ever seen and absolutely killed it.
But greatest success, I think we've had several wins against some schools that were kind of known to be higher challenges, so kind of rising to the occasion as a team.
A new challenge I had to go through was probably making new friends, talking to them, and just building a connection as teammates.
The team is always looking for new people to join the program.
Advice I had to give to some new people coming in, probably just talk to them, get comfortable with the people around you. They're your teammates, so just get to know them, just build a connection with them.
My hope for incoming members is that they can pick up on the pace we play at and pick up on where we need help, and hopefully fill in spots that will be beneficial for us next year.
Get ready to do some push-ups, maybe some planks. Get ready to push yourself a little bit, maybe a lot bit, but have some fun as much as you can.
This has been Ariana and Leslie for EVTV.
That last package was great, but where'd Bodie go?
Mr. President, you need me to review chairs for all of Eagle Valley? I'm on it. We're gonna start things off with the lunchroom chair. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna, really express myself right from the get-go. These are not good. The appearance of them, very lackluster. There is a lot of wear and tear on the wooden seats here. The back where there's these lines, I don't like that. It's pretty dusty, it's pretty old, gives me a bad vibe. The essence of this chair, not it. So, moving on from appearance, 2.7. Next, we're gonna go into the smell test. So pretty much no smell whatsoever. It smells like my grandma's house. Brings me back to my childhood, really. All right, smell, 1 out of 5. Seat test is next. That is not good. Lumbar support, not there at all. I can feel myself getting older every second I sit in this. My buttocks, rather uncomfortable as well. A little bit of shake there, which is okay, but so far this chair has led me down a bad path. There has been really nothing good about this chair. And the worst thing is this chair is your only option when you come to the lunchroom. So, gather my thoughts for the seat test. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, another 1 out of 5 on the seat test. Overall, this chair gets a 1.73 out of 5. Would not recommend. Okay, boys and girls, now we are outside of room 107, Miss Mink's room, and we have what I like to call Chombo, chair, desk, combo. So right now I'm gonna analyze the appearance. Typical 4-legged chair. Got this thing under here, looks like to be a storage space. No one has ever used that. Got these like rusty bolts in here, falling apart. I don't like this. All right, we're gonna hit her with the smell test. Smells like the westernization of Eastern society. Not good. Smell test, 2.5 out of 5. Next, the seat test. Let me get into character here. All right, I love the desk being a part of the chair. It's really compact, really mobile. However, the seat back here, you hear that? I don't like that. That's not it for me. But overall, seat test, it is much more comfortable than the previous chair, but it's still pretty average. I'm pretty indifferent to this one. 3 out of 5 on the seat test. Overall, the Chombo, it's a staple around the school. You see them everywhere. You know them. You love them. Well, maybe. I don't. Overall, Chombo, 3 out of 5. Thanks for watching this week's episode of EVTV. See you next week.